Welcome everybody to today's guided meditation, Monday, April 27. Thanks so much for joining me. So today we're going to talk about letting go of outcomes. Sometimes we're very much overly focused on the outcome or the goal we want to achieve, and we're going to explore what it would be like to let go of the focus on the outcome and focus on changing things and focus more on accepting things and our own effort. So that's the exploration today. So if you'd like to, just sit down or lie down, take a big deep breath in, nice long exhale out, and if you'd like to, gently close your eyes or maybe soften your gaze. Take a couple of big deep breaths here just to allow yourself to arrive, let go of whatever's gone before today, and just settle into today's meditation. Very often we're focused on an outcome. We could be just very driven people and we have targets, or we could often want just something outside of us to change, someone to behave differently, the government to change things so we could get back to the gym or get back to our daily lives, or any number of things that are outcomes and our expectations. What we want to do is we want to just check in and see what sort of mindset we have, where our body's feeling right now when we start thinking about this. It's perfectly okay to have goals. It's absolutely admirable to have goals. Ultimately, it's important to remember that a lot of things are outside of our control. And what's inside of our control is our own response to things, our own attitude, our own intention, and our own actions. So just explore what would it be like to ease our mind off the target a little bit and spend a little bit more time focused on our response, our actions, our intentions, our intent. If you'd like, you could picture yourself swimming in open water, trying to get to an island. Absolutely important that we pop our head above water, look towards the horizon, look and see our target. And then we've got to return to swimming. And when we're swimming, we need to focus on our stroke, our technique. Very often we can get overly focused on the external outcome we want to have. A great example is none of us asked for this life now, and we could be fighting that and wishing for it. I know I am a lot. And then I can catch myself and bring my attention back to what can I do? What actions can I have? What do I have the power, the ability to do? Meditation is all about just checking in with ourselves and seeing, am I too focused on the outcomes or too focused on my own action? Remember, it's important to have both. Just want to make sure we're giving the right attention to each one. Ultimately, there's a lot outside of our control. And this isn't a bad thing necessarily. Putting all our energy and getting frustrated or upset about things that are outside our control mightn't be the most helpful or most beneficial use of our mindset and our energy. I think of this as a little reset into, okay, well, what can I control? What can I do? And just run the little thought experiment. What if I were to let go of the outcomes? And just focus on accepting the moment and accepting what I can do. Check in again with the body, check in with the mind. Maybe you're rushing ahead, planning dinner, planning the evening, planning the week ahead. Maybe you want this meditation over so you can get back to life. Maybe see what would it be like to bring yourself back to the moment. Checking in with the body, checking in with the breath. This is our own little laboratory where we get to check in with the mind and see what would it be like to change different aspects. And then we have the power to decide what we want to do outside of the formal practice that we're doing now. What would it be like to just focus on what I can do? Or what would it take to only focus on what's within my control? Dialing in, noticing where we find resistance, and then just seeing what would it be like if we didn't resist as much. Then ultimately you can decide which way you want to go, which is pretty cool. And finally, we'll take a big deep breath in. Nice long exhale out. And we can open our eyes. So it's not in my control while I have Wi-Fi on that someone can still WhatsApp call me midway through these things. It is in my control to hit X on that and hopefully not cause too much of a disruption to the meditation today. Guys, thanks so much for exploring them. Some are tougher than others, and that's cool, that's okay. It gives us more power, improves our mental well-being and our mindset. And thanks to everybody who's doing the quarantine games. There's only 1 point in the difference. So log your scores and your good deeds. Thanks, team.